What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and another one of my videos. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And if you could smash that like button, I really would appreciate it. So the spring real estate market has rolled around. Buyers are out and looking at properties. Some who were sitting on the sidelines have finally decided it's time. Typically the spring market, the first kind of 6 months of the calendar year are the busiest in the real estate market. Approximately 70% of the houses are sold in that time frame. So on this video, I wanted to create a checklist of must-dos when entering the house hunting market, whether you're a first-time buyer or you've had experience buying real estate, could be your second, third, fourth home. I think it's a checklist that all of us should use when we're getting ready to enter into the housing market and purchase real estate. First item on the list of must-dos is getting our finances in order. So at this point, before you even start looking at houses, get to that bank or the financial lending institution that you work with currently or you would like to work with. If you get a recommendation from somebody, maybe explore that option. But this is the time where we get out there and get a pre-approval for a budget. And obviously, the landscape of mortgage lending has changed greatly in the last year. So if you bought 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, things could be a lot different. So you need to get out there or get into that financial institution or bank and get pre-approved. Number 2 on the list of must-dos, now that we have been pre-approved, we set ourselves a budget. We know how much approximately we're going to be paying our mortgage on a monthly basis, but we need to also remember some of the other costs involved of owning real estate, things like property tax, property insurance, utilities. I recommend budgeting kind of a reserve fund on a monthly basis for ongoing maintenance that may come up down the line. And then, of course, if you're looking to renovate or do some improvements, put that in a budget as well to set it aside for when you want to complete that work. Also, one thing to note, when you're doing the budget, have on hand ready about 5% of the price range that you're going to be looking for in cash, as you will need to provide a deposit once you make an offer on a property and the offer is accepted. So have that money ready and available. Item number 3 on the list of must-dos is determining the area you want to live in. Obviously, location is, number one important factor of buying real estate. So determine that area, whether you're already in an area that you want to stay in and just upgrade the house, then you don't need to do much research. But if you're moving into a whole new area, highly recommend, drive through that area, take a look at all the amenities that are available in that area. Do they suit your lifestyle? And who knows, maybe once you drive through an area that you thought you wanted to be in, you just say, you know what, it's not for me. And then you can move on to the next area. So determine that area, and then from there, you can start looking at properties in the area. Number 4 on the list of must-dos is determining your needs versus your wants in your checklist of what you want in a piece of real estate. So, for example, you may need to have 3 bedrooms for all your family to live in the house versus you may want to have a double car garage. So separate these into 2 categories, always keeping those needs ahead of the wants. You don't want to eliminate potential properties that might not have things you want, but who knows, maybe later on those things can be added. And you don't want to skip over properties that have potential. So, really focus on those needs and put the wants, second place. Number 5 on the list, more exciting part of the journey. Now you get to start exploring actual properties and taking a look at what houses are available. So if you haven't already, at this point, I would align yourself with a real estate agent who knows the local market. This could be a real asset for you when you start making offers, as they have inside knowledge on not only market conditions and what has sold and what's available, and the communities that these houses are in, but can really guide you through the process to make sure that your interests are being number one priority at all times. So yes, align yourself with a good real estate agent and start getting out there and looking at property. Number 6 on the list of must-dos. It's time to make an offer. All right, so it's exciting. You found a property that you absolutely love and you want to buy and you want to live in. At this point, it's time to make an offer, and your real estate agent that you've aligned yourself with is going to guide you through the process. Things like conditions, what conditions would be appropriate on this property to make sure that, you're making a sound decision. We're experiencing in Burlington and in the GTA that the supply levels are so low that there are actually properties that are still holding offers and generating multiple offer situations. So could be a good idea to pre-inspect the home before the offer date, so you can come in with a much cleaner offer while completing all your due diligence. Okay, your offer has been accepted. Now we're on to step 7, the completion date. So usually you'll have some time, on average about 60 days before the completion date. So you've got some work to do before that completion date. You will need to hire a lawyer to close the transaction. You'll need to find insurance to insure that property. You're probably going to need to you might need to get a moving company to help you move your furniture if you've got a lot of furniture. So there's a lot of steps to go through before the house actually closes. I know for my clients as a real estate agent, I offer a lot of highly recommended people in the service industry that can help you ease some stress in terms of getting to that closing date relatively stress-free. So the work is not done, but we're getting close to the closing date. But we just need to be ready and make sure there's no bumps in the road on completion date. Well, there you have it, a list of must-dos before entering the house hunting market. Whether you're a first-time buyer or you're an experienced buyer, stick to this list. Align yourself with people who know what they're doing, professionals that can help you alleviate stress and really focus on having your best interests at heart so you make a sound decision. Again, thank you for joining me. Hope you found it informative, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next video.